Hey guys, welcome to Alice Everyday, and today I'm going to teach you how to build this rotating bookshelf. Now that I've milled these down, it's time to get them to the final dimensions. Since we're not machines, it is very important that at this step you start grouping them by fours and try to make them as perfect as possible in those groups. If you need to chop just off a little bit, trim them a little bit, that is fine. This is going to come in handy later when we make each level. It's going to actually keep them all straight and they're not going to be all crooked. Now that we have our supports done, it is time to mill down every level of the shelf. They're gonna be 14 by 14, so now I just gotta get it down to its final dimensions. So guys, when making this cut, I always follow a couple of rules. One, you're always gonna put your blade's depth just a little bit over what you're cutting. You know, make sure you don't grab anything else that is under and just go right through it. And that point, please make sure you have nothing under it. This is definitely, it's not just a rookie mistake. You're gonna get compliant and then this is gonna happen a lot to you. Even if you have years of experience, make sure there is nothing under it and you're clear of whatever is under it. With that being said, let's cut it down. So this is pretty much the shape that we are going to build. I just laid up just little one level to make sure that everything is square, everything is right. And after a lot of deliberation of how I'm gonna put all of this together, I came to a conclusion that we're gonna use glue. You could use very thin nails, but I don't wanna risk going out and then breaking them, breaking the nice side of the wood. So I'm just gonna stick to glue. The way that we're gonna do this is I'm actually not going, I have one level down here first, and then I have the supports, and then the second level. The way I'm gonna do this is actually, I'm not gonna glue the first level yet. I'm gonna glue the second level first, and then once it's dry, I'm gonna flip it over and then put the top, which will be the bottom in this case. Then I'm gonna glue that. The reason why I'm gonna do that is to actually be able to have this nice and level, because if I put glue on the bottom and on the top, it's just gonna start being wiggly and it's gonna smooth, like it's just gonna move and not gonna be able to hold it down, and it's just gonna swipe right off and it probably is gonna fall. You're gonna make a mess. So might as well not do that. So in order to make this glue actually stick, the best thing you can do is put pressure on it. So we're gonna do that very carefully without having it fall down. Now once you put some weight on it, you can adjust it and make sure it's perfect, lined up with every side and every corner. And now, we let it dry. Now that these have dried, I'm gonna take this off and I'm actually going to glue the bottom parts. I'm not going to flip it over like I mentioned before because I think it's gonna be quite sturdy how it is right now. I hope that works. We're about to find out. Any gaps that you get or imperfections, don't worry. We are gonna paint this at the end, so we are gonna take care of those right before we paint. So here we go, guys. This is the height that I will be stopping at. Feel free to keep going if you want a taller shelf. It turned out very nice. It's just repeating shelf by shelf. Be very patient. So on deciding on the finish, I prefer to actually leave it a nice natural wood tones. My wife prefers that it's painted, so we compromised and we're gonna paint this. Now knowing that it is going to be painted, I went ahead and I filled in some of the holes, some of the voids, and now we're gonna get to sanding. Now that we have finished sanding this puppy, let's go ahead and give it a coat of some nice white paint. Now that we successfully given a coat of paint, now we need to attach this. This is regularly used for a Lazy Susan, but it's gonna work perfectly for a project. Now to do so, we're gonna use some liquid nails. So to get this done, we're gonna look at the bottom, actually flipped it over, and this has a smaller side and a thicker side. Thicker side is actually gonna be in the bottom to the floor. So we're gonna put it like that. And we're gonna try to make it be as close to the center as possible so it's not wobbly. And we're just gonna apply a nice bead of glue all the way around here. Try not to get it over this way because that's where the bearings are at. And that should take care of it. The reason why I'm gonna use liquid nails, it is because I do not want to put any screws into here because they might protrude on the other side and might not be strong enough, or it's just gonna crack the wood. So I settled on liquid nails. There we go. Now this does have a 24-hour curing time, so we are gonna put some weight on it and let it rest. But do not flip it over until it's completely cured. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It's very simple to build. It looks awesome. My wife approved it and loves it because now she can get more books. If you have any questions or comments, let me know down below. Don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you share this with anybody that might want to make one of these. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you on the next build. Now that I've milled these down, it's time to get them to their final. Now that I've milled these down, it's now time to get them